While others were content with their everyday lives, she longed for something beyond, something wondrous, something magical. She would often sit in her garden at night, staring at the stars, whispering to the universe, "I wish I could see a world beyond this one." One night the stars answered. A single glowing star streaked across the sky and landed softly at her feet. It wasn't hot or cold. It pulsed gently, as if it were alive. Curious, she reached out and touched it. The moment her fingers brushed its surface, the world around her dissolved into light, a world beyond the stars. When Arya opened her eyes, she was no longer in her garden. The sky above was not black, but a soft, glowing pink. The ground beneath her feet shimmered like crystal, covered in flowers that swayed even though there was no wind. In the distance, waterfalls cascaded with liquid light, and strange creatures with wings made of stardust danced through the air. She felt weightless, as if she could float at any moment. "Where am I?" she whispered. Then she felt it. A presence. Something was watching her. The Guardian appears. Mist gathered ahead of her, swirling like a living thing. From within it, a shape emerged, a creature unlike anything Arya had ever seen. Its body was fluid, shifting between solid and liquid, glowing like molten silver. Its eyes were vast and endless, filled with swirling galaxies. When it spoke, its voice didn't come through sound, but through thought, echoing inside her mind. "You do not belong here, yet you were expected." Arya's heart pounded. Expected? By who? The Guardian tilted its head, its form rippling like water. "By the ones who created this realm, by the stars that whisper in your dreams, and by me." Arya took a step closer. "What? Are you?" "A guardian, a keeper of doors between worlds. And now, your guide." Arya felt something stir deep within her. This place, it felt unreal yet familiar, as if she had always known it existed, somewhere deep in her heart. "What is this place?" she asked. The Guardian turned, motioning for her to follow. "Come, you will see the truth of the realm." Arya followed the Guardian through glowing fields and past rivers that sang like wind chimes. Finally, they arrived at a vast lake, its waters like liquid glass, reflecting not just the sky, but something deeper. When Arya looked down, she didn't see her reflection. She saw her memories. Her childhood dreams of flying through the stars, the stories she had written of faraway lands, the paintings she had made of magical places that never existed. And then she understood. The Guardian turned to her, its galaxy-filled eyes shining. "This world was not created, it was remembered. By you." Arya gasped. "What do you mean?" "Since you were a child, you dreamed of a world beyond your own. You imagined places no one had seen, painted the sky with colors no one had known. And so this realm came to life, waiting for the day you would arrive." Tears welled in Arya's eyes. Not of sadness, but of wonder. This was the world she had always longed for, and it had been waiting for her all along. The choice. "Now you must choose," the Guardian said. "Stay and shape this world into something even greater, or return and carry this magic with you, letting your dreams guide your reality." Arya looked around, the glowing rivers, the silver trees, the creatures made of stardust, all waiting for her decision. But as she gazed into the lake, she saw something else. Her family, her home, the world she had left behind. She smiled. "I don't have to choose." The Guardian tilted its head. Arya stepped forward, placing her hand on the lake's surface. The ripples shimmered like light breaking through darkness. "I will return home," she said, "but I will never forget this place. I will dream it into stories, paint it into pictures, and bring pieces of this magic into my world." The Guardian's form brightened, as if pleased. "Then you have already understood. Magic is not a place. It is within you." With a final pulse of light, the world around her dissolved into a brilliant glow. A new beginning. Arya woke up in her garden, beneath the same familiar stars. But something was different. As she looked at her hands, she swore she could still feel the warmth of that other world. And when she closed her eyes, she could still hear the whisper of silver trees and the voice of the guardian. Arya smiled. The adventure was far from over.